opinion. Let's stop wishful thinking and face the obvious truth. There is a clear path to dictatorship in United States. And it's getting shorter every day. In 13 weeks, Donald Trump will have locked in the Republican nomination. In RealClearPolitics polling average, Trump leads his closest rival by 47 points and leads the rest of field by a combined 27 points. The idea that he unelectable in the general election is ridiculous. He tied to or ahead of President Biden in all recent polls, stripping other Republican challengers of his own stated raison d'etre. The fact that many Americans may prefer other candidates ballyhooed by political sages like Karl Rove will soon become irrelevant when it turns out that millions of Republican voters chose the person no one else allegedly wanted. For months we have been living in a self-deluding world rich with imagined possibilities. Maybe Ron DeSantis or Nikki Haley. Perhaps Trump's numerous indictments will condemn him with Republican suburbs. This hopeful speculation allowed us to drift passively, doing business as usual, taking no dramatic action to change course in the hope and expectation that something would happen. Like people on riverboat, we've known for a long time that there's waterfall ahead, but we assume we'll somehow find our way to shore before going over the edge. But now the actions required to get us to shore seem harsher and more difficult, if not downright impossible. The magical thinking phase is coming to an end. Barring a miracle, Trump will soon be the Republican nominee for president. When this happens, there will be a rapid and dramatic shift in the political power dynamic in his favor. So far, Republicans conservatives have had relative freedom to express anti-Trump sentiments, speak openly positively about alternative candidates, vent criticism of Trump's past-present behavior. Donors who offended Trump were free to spread their money to help his rivals. Establishment Republicans have made no secret of their hope that Trump will be convicted without having to take a stand against him, thus removing him from the equation. This will all end when Trump wins Super Tuesday. Votes are the currency of power in our system, and money follows. And by these measures Trump is about to become even more powerful than he already is. Casting time for alternatives is closing. The next stage is about lining up people. Actually, it has already started. As his candidacy becomes inevitable, donors are starting to jump from other candidates to Trump. The Koch political network's decision to endorse GOP hopeful Nikki Haley isn't enough to change that trajectory. If Trump is going to be the nominee, it makes sense to register early while you're still grateful for defectors. Even anti-Trump donors should ask whether their cause is best served by intimidating the man who has a reasonable chance of becoming the next president. Will corporate executives jeopardize their shareholders' interests just because